gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Here in 2019 on Robert Sports Show, I want to do a lot of reviews. I want to watch a lot of professional wrestling. I want to just kind of lose myself in professional wrestling and videos. So you'll see previews, you'll see reviews, you'll see topics. Here's a special topic that I just was at work the other day. I'm just kind of thinking about things. I'm like, I'm going to do a video about this. Kind of the topics I'm going to cover is All Elite Wrestling, WrestleMania, and an idea I had for WWE. They want NXT to be their own standalone brand. WWE versus NXT. You could do WWE Takeover Backlash. WWE Takeover, maybe bring an old name back. To kind of make it kind of both. So the first thing we want to cover is All Elite Wrestling. January 1st, New Year's Day. Today, Marty Scurll is having a New Year's Day party. Marty, where was my invitation? I would have came. I definitely would have come. I would have loved to hang out with being the Elite guys for a New Year's Day party with Marty Scurll. As we all know, it's supposed to be the big announcement here New Year's Day for All Elite Wrestling. Some of the individuals involved in the All Elite Wrestling, a lot has been back to Tony Khan, the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. All Elite Wrestling LLC, its corporate address is the same address as the Jacksonville Jaguars. The son of the owner, Tony Khan, has been linked to it. He's a big professional wrestling fan. Cody Rhodes, Nick and Matt Jackson, Adam Page, Hangman Page, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Scurll, Jim Ross. There's just some of the names that have been linked to All Elite Wrestling. Some of the trademarks that All Elite Wrestling LLC has gotten: All Elite Wrestling and AEW. Tuesday Night Dynamite. AEW Double or Nothing. AEW All Out. Fight for the Fallen. I am all about a professional wrestling company ran by wrestlers, by fans, for fans. We got a taste of this from All In. All In that's exactly what All In was. Cody Rhodes is the son of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is one of the greatest promoters in wrestling. Cody got that gene from him. Cody promoted All In. Look how successful All In was. In this day and age with professional wrestling, the two keys to making a company successful: TV deal, talent. Rumor has it they have the TV deal with Access TV, which airs New Japan Pro Wrestling, to air a show. Tuesday Night Dynamite. I'm guessing Tuesday nights? Well, SmackDown's on Tuesday nights. Not so fast. October of 2019. SmackDown is moving to the Fox network. Friday nights. So Tuesday night's open. Why not a new promotion TV deal? Now, if you look way back in the day when WCW got its start, Ted Turner, a billionaire. Guess what? Tony Khan, one of the richest people in the world, coincide there. The difference is WCW, Ted Turner bought Jim Crockett Productions. There was a rumor out there that Impact Wrestling was interested in selling to Tony Khan and the All Elite, which fell through. Okay, now, where we are today in 2018 versus where WCW was in the early 80s, or mid to late 80s, when they bought Jim Crockett. You can produce an independent show and have talent. Nick and Matt Jackson, Cody Rhodes, Adam Page, Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega, Marty Scurll. You have Jim Ross in commentary, who's no longer a part with New Japan on Access. No. Josh Barnett is no longer a part of New Japan on Access. That's intriguing. There's a little guy there, used to be called Best in the World. Oh, God, he's out of Chicago. What is that dude's name? Oh, God. Oh, yeah, CM Punk. He's even said online that he would listen to an offer from All Elite Wrestling. There's a lot of people that go to WWE that kind of fizzle, or WWE doesn't use them, or WWE doesn't want to use them, or whatever. They leave and they're kind of bitter and they want to go somewhere that's going to. Am I saying All Elite Wrestling in the next 5 years is going to compete with WWE? No. Next 10 years? 15 years? Possibility. If you go on Twitter and look up All Elite's page, they've done 3 tweets. They have a tweet of a roster. If they're able to put that roster together, oh yeah, they could compete with WWE. Problem is, a lot of contracts that have to expire with WWE for that to happen. Now, who are some people they could go out and get? Remember who was on All In? Flip Gordon, depending on his contract status at Ring of Honor. Lucha Brothers, they're kind of an indie team. Depends on some contract status, but yeah. Pac, he's really not. I mean, he's doing stuff in the UK. Aries, so supposedly. Oh goddamn, what the hell was his name? There's a guy that left Ring of Honor recently that's talked about going to all. Oh my god, I can't think of his name. It's a backstage guy. But yeah, so I mean, there's so many things that can happen with this. I want it to happen. I want them to be either streaming on like Fight TV or on Access. I think it could happen. I think it's a real thing. I think we'll get the announcement here on January 1. WrestleMania. We'll move on to that. WWE needs to understand your fan base. Throughout the history of professional wrestling, typical shows are 2 to 3 hours. If you think back in the day, back in the Attitude Era, professional wrestling pay-per-view started WrestleMania. Sometimes WrestleMania was an extra hour, but typically it started at 7, was over at 9:40. You had 2 hour and 40-minute shows. Okay, as time went on, you gave WrestleMania an extra hour. Okay, you have it start at 6, it's over at 9:40. Great. Now, maybe sometimes you run it right to 10. Unless you're WCW and you run it to 10:05 and your pay-per-view goes off at 10. We all know the Halloween Havoc incident. But typically 3 to 4 hours, that's it. Fucking WrestleMania. I've gone to 3 WrestleManias in the last 9 years. WrestleMania 25, 30, 34. So I've been to 2 WrestleManias in New Orleans in the Superdome. When you get there, show starts at 6. The pre-show starts at 4. You're in the arena 3:45-ish. 3:45, 3:50. You got to find your seat. You want to be there. WrestleMania 25, we walked in, hit our seats when the pre-show match started. It was an hour pre-show back then. But WrestleMania 34, this past April, I was there. I was in that fucking arena. A little before 4. We did not leave until after. We left at 11 and the main event wasn't even over yet. 7 hours we were in that arena. Your crowd died at 10 o'clock. The AJ Nakamura match was going on at 10 o'clock. That fucking crowd was dead. Here's what you do, WWE. Follow New Japan. Follow what New Japan's doing. Your WrestleMania pre-show, maybe start at 5. Your show starts at 6. Your show is done by 10. Your crowd will be in it. You'll have great matches. Your talent will be in it. Don't have this 2-hour fucking pre-show and 7-hour goddamn show. It's too long. You sit there for too fucking long. People's attention span in 2018 is not 7 fucking hours. Baseball, Major League Baseball is having an issue with 3-hour games. You're putting on 7-hour fucking matches that are boring. Or 7-hour shows that are fucking boring. My idea, WWE versus NXT. Why not? You bring the guys up anyway eventually. Why not have some of these dream matches to start out with? So I decided to throw together a card. WWE versus NXT, here's the card. Pre-show, 2 pre-show matches, 9 regular show matches. Make it a 4-hour show if you want. We have a tag team gauntlet match. The grizzled young veterans represent NXT UK versus AOP versus the Revival versus the Usos versus the Bar versus Root and Gable versus the B-Team versus the Street Profits versus Heavy Machinery. Yeah, it's going to be a long match. It's a fucking gauntlet match. Boom. Next match. Jordan Devlin versus Finn Balor. Same goddamn guy almost. Finn Balor trained Jordan Devlin. Why not have this match? I would love to see it. First match on your card. You have a 3-way, a 4-way Three-man, four-way. Basically, you have 4 teams of 3. You have British Strong Style. Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Trent Seven. Versus the New Day. Versus Lucha House Party. Versus the Undisputed Era. Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish. Tell me that match wouldn't put people's butts in the seats. Next, you have a tag team women's match. You have Asuka and Sasha Banks teaming up versus Kairi Sane and Millie McKenzie. You got NXT representative, you got NXT UK representative. Bam! Next match. Very, very intriguing. Dominic Dijakovic versus Braun Strowman. Donovan Dijak from Ring of Honor. People don't know this. They changed his last name to Dijakovic versus Braun Strowman. Dijakovic, I think it's 6'8". Braun Strowman's about the same. I think it'd be a good big man matchup. Next, you have a three-way. You have Aleister Black versus Kevin Owens versus Dean Ambrose. Next match, Adam Cole versus Seth Rollins. Tell me someone's got an issue with that match. Next match, you have a four-way women's match. You have Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler versus Toni Storm. Any issues with that match? I didn't think so. Next match, AJ Styles versus Johnny Gargano. Next match, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. Next match, Tommaso Ciampa versus Daniel Bryan. There you go, WWE. There's your pay-per-view. You have too many shows the way it is. Let's have a show. WWE versus NXT. There's your card. And what WWE pay-per-view in 2018 would this card not be better than? Put your best talent on one card. WWE versus NXT. You want NXT to be its own brand. You have NXT people who need most of these matches. No one's going to care who wins. They're going to enjoy the match. You're not going to fuck it over with storylines. Well, you could because you're WWE. But I think it'd be great fun. You have too many shows the way it is. Here you go. Let's have the greatest show of the year, NXT versus WWE. But alright, that'll wrap up my topic video. All Elite Wrestling, WrestleMania, WWE versus NXT. Anyone on board? Please comment below. Make sure you check out New Japan Wrestle Kingdom 13 preview. Make sure you check out Impact Wrestling Homecoming preview and reviews as the events happen. So thank you for tuning in here in 2019 New Year's Day to Robert Sports Show. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show, and don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.